The people who live, work, or play in your buildings are counting on you to keep them safe. Disconnected systems leave gaps in your building security, especially as your portfolio grows and your compliance responsibilities increase. Bring it all together for a higher level of visibility and control with the Honeywell Integrated Security Suite. Protect people and property with a single, seamless solution with video monitoring and access control all on a single screen. Security personnel can manage alarms and access on the go with a smart mobile app. Advanced data reporting gives you insights to keep improving security every day. The Integrated Security Suite scales with you from a single location to a global enterprise. Provide security your customers can trust, no matter how they use your buildings. Honeywell Integrated Security Suite.
So first on the left-hand side, we've got the MR62E, the Mercury product. We call it the PW7K1R1E, and it's IP enabled, and that's the key piece right there. It's IP enabled. It connects to a lot of different security devices. It provides required inputs and outputs for interfacing for card readers, and that's a big deal there. So it's the first time we've ever launched a door reader that does 4 card readers like this, so a reader board rather. And it uses OSDP, the Open Supervised Data Protocol, which is a highly secure method of doing it. So we've got this new component here, and the reason this is a big deal is because it's IP based, and that removes all of that installation hurdle. So if you can imagine all the wiring that takes place when you have to run wires in buildings and even remote buildings and remote sites or places that are just all concrete and things like that, it just becomes very expensive, and a lot of times it kills the deal. You can't close the deal because the hardware costs a lot, and then you add on the install, and that's even worse. So we have this ability now to go into areas and expand into doors that we couldn't go into before. So this could be a game changer depending on the customer you're talking to for their needs. So now if you move over to the right, this is the HID Origo platform. It's their new platform. They have been selling a mobile app that works on door readers for credentialing, and customers are using this. So now we get to step in and say, hey, it integrates with our access control system. We can now just hook this in with it through API, and we can now be part of, we can now integrate with this, and that's a game changer, because if another company can't do that, I mean, that makes us the obvious choice. Now, so what's the benefit of this? Just generally speaking, what's the benefit of a mobile app credentialing? Well, it's frictionless access. It's also easy credential issuance. So users are no longer required to carry a physical card around. The companies are no longer going to be managing all the cards, purchasing the cards. And I think they're somewhere around $7 to $10 per card. So they're not having to buy the cards, issue the cards, turn off the cards of employees that leave, and things like that. So it's very efficient and cost effective. Now, just if you look at it from like a use case, imagine you hire a new employee and then next Monday he's coming into work. You can tell him to download the app, give him a login. He can log in. His app is now on his phone. He can launch the app. You can tell him to come to the 3rd or 4th floor and meet his manager that morning, and he can let himself in the building and go there. He's already in the access control system. So it just makes things very fluid and very, very modern. And I think this is the way of the future.
Here you will see the spaces have already been defined in Hierarchy Builder as we navigate to the map builder and begin creating a new map for the lab located at 715 Peachtree Street here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the US. The street map comes up, and now we can begin adding our devices, which is, in this example, are 2 cameras, but we can also add ProWatch access devices as well. Devices can be rotated for proper field of view, and there's also a feature to be able to even remove them if needed. Once the map is defined and devices are added, we go to the Maps view to begin seeing if any alarms are associated with those devices. You can click on the alarms on the list on the left, or you can just simply click on the devices on the map to see and view the associated alarms, which then opens up that detailed viewing pane below the map. All alarms pertaining to the camera are listed, and if the alarm has an video feed, the video will also be displayed on the right, as you saw. The operators can take action, acknowledge the alarm, and then quickly select the next device on the lap if they so choose to assess those alarms, or even just to return to the live camera view as well. And is an enhancement to existing incidents and workflow. Incidents and workflow supports that compliance with an organization's standard policies through a customizable workflow and automatic incident workflow trail. With R700, we are adding the capability to attach evidence to each incident. There are various file types which are supported, as you can see there listed in the middle of the slide. The supporting evidence files or documents can easily be uploaded or added by simply dragging and dropping the file in this new area that you see in the middle of the screenshot, which is right above the video and also the workflow steps. As any action is taken regarding the incident, it's automatically recorded in the upper right-hand corner of the incident screen. Next slide, please. In some cases, operators may be asked to provide the investigative authorities with full documentation packet regarding an incident. This can be very time-consuming and complex to compile, depending on the situation. In addition to attaching all evidence to an incident, Intelligent Command can now also generate an incident report package and export that as a PDF to share with authorities. The customer will benefit with the time saved in compiling all this information, as well as provide that prompt documentation share upon request. So let's take a look with a short video. First, the incident is created, and here the incident is a no mask. The workflow steps are noted in the bottom left-hand corner of the incident, and the video clip associated with it is also captured. You'll see that in a moment. In the upper right-hand corner is the auto recording of any action taken regarding the event. And next, to add attachments or evidence attachments in the middle of the screen, and then they also show as attachments on the far left. As all the workflows steps are completed, we check them complete, and now we generate an incident report by clicking the export in the upper right-hand corner. Report is generated in a zip file, and then opening the report, you can see that the incident report shows owner, device name, date incident was generated, the number of steps required per the workflow, and the status completed, total time spent from the creation of the incident to the closure of it, and the incident activity that was taken.